It's a competitive market out there. A lot of people are submitting offers, and if you're on the list side, you're getting a ton of offers. Stay tuned. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips to stay competitive and to get your offer accepted, to be more efficient and not wasting your time writing offers that aren't getting accepted. In today's seller's market, it's crazy out there and buyers are not getting their offers accepted. We're going to give you 5 tips right now on how to get your offer accepted. Stay tuned, listen up, turn up the volume. Tip number 1, clarify your buyer's motivation. This is a must. Establish the must-haves and the deal breakers right away. This way, when the right home does hit the market, your buyer is ready to move forward quickly and they have confidence. Tip number 2, set up expectations up front. Set realistic expectations with your buyers. The market is competitive, homes are selling fast, ensure your buyers are prepared to move quickly. And like I said, we're in the business all the time. They're not. So you're the expert and they needs to educate them on that. Make sure you under-promise and over-deliver. Make sure they know the probability of their offer being accepted goes down every single time there's another offer on the table. So make sure the client knows that up front. Tip number 3. Discuss finances early with your client. Once you built enough rapport with your clients, which should be early on if you're doing the right thing when you're meeting the client, encourage them. Don't do that. Don't encourage them. You need to convince them to get pre-approved as soon as possible. Otherwise, their offer is not going to be accepted. It's just not. And you're doing them a disservice by taking them into houses that they're not pre-approved for. Because what happens is they see the house, they like it, they want to go write an offer. Well, guess what? They're not approved. They're not pre-approved. And then when they want to write, they can't do it. And now they got approved and the home's under contract. That doesn't make sense. So talk to your client about it. Get them pre-approved right away. If your client is financing, make sure you align the comfort level with them and they're not overextending themselves. What I'm talking about is sometimes you're gonna have to put a larger down payment down, you're gonna have to pay for closing costs, you might have to pay for moving vans, sellers, whatever it takes to make the offer stand out. Typically what that looks like is you're putting more money down, which puts more confidence in the sellers. That's how you're gonna stand out for tip number 3. Tip number 4, recognize the contingencies. Work to shorten the closing date if the property is vacant. That way the seller's interested to get the close faster. If the seller is living there currently, what you want to do is get them on the phone and say, when do you want to close? It's that simple. Today's market, you want the seller to be happy. Their closing date is the closing date your buyers are going to have. It's that simple to stand out. Also, shorten inspection periods by doing it before your buyer submits their offers. This can demonstrate how serious you are. And there's going to be contingencies that you're just not going to do. Like it might be a post-inspection instead of having an inspection ahead of time. So it's something to think about. You want to play around with the numbers and make sure the client feels comfortable. But whatever it takes today on contingencies, focus on it, recognize it, and get it out of your offer to make sure you get it accepted. Tip number 5, the final tip, understand the seller's motivation. And that's important. Figure out their pain points. Like, why is the seller moving? And solve that. That's how you're going to stand out from other people. And guess what? Lazy people don't do that. They just cut corners or they try to do just submitting an offer. Don't do that. Maintain a strong rapport and consistent dialogue with the seller's agent to make sure you're staying top of mind. You don't want to be desperate. You don't want to come off like you need this property, but you want to stay top of mind. And then limit the repairs to only make sure a certain dollar amount, or maybe repairs after closing. Like, get creative, but figure out their pain points. Hopefully you guys find this video important. We try to give you 5 tips to help in this crazy seller's market. But again, don't make it an excuse. Buyers are getting offers accepted, so use some of these tips today. Don't forget to subscribe, like our page. I'm Kobe Sway with Inspiring Agent, and we hope to bring you impactful videos in the future. See you soon.